Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Razak at CMTrading. Today is June 5th, 2014, and today is Thursday. So moving right along to the major trading day of the week, let's look at the economic news run-up for today. First start off with the Bank of England, a rate decision at 2 o'clock South African time. And then 2:45 we have an ECB, which is a Euro central bank rate decision at 2:45. And then at 3:30 USD and weekly jobless claims, which we anticipate. And then later in the day, at that same time, the ECB will be hosting a press conference as to their rate decision. And then later in the day at 5 and 5:30, we'll have a CAD number, the Canadian dollar coming out with unemployment. Just to highlight, just the day before, tomorrow we have a major USD number, the non-farm payrolls, which is really a major number for the U.S., probably one of the major economic news of the month. So just keep a lookout for it. Looking at the Euro USD, well, it's really been flatlining from, I would say, the past couple of weeks. If we look at a 4-hour chart, we retraced this last moment, from at the beginning of May, and then since the end of May, we've been trading between 136.56 and 136.90, and trading in this range. Now, if you notice down here, we've actually set up a little bit of a support level at 136-ish, just a little bit shy of 136, and so we're flatlining, making lower highs, but at the same time, we are maintaining this level. There is still room for this thing to go on the downside. So looking just briefly at a longer time frame, we do have, let's look at the daily, right, that's better. Okay, so at this time frame, we can see that, at 135, we do have some support level here. So if we do, if this wedge formation actually creates, and does go down on the downside, I'd look to cover my shorts at 135. But at this stage, the ECB might come up with some aggressive action in order to sustain the euro from going further down. But I mean, looking at the chart, it does look bearish. So I would really be careful on the upside if you're going long it. Definitely might be a good trade to really take the day trader's approach today and see how it comes out with the news. Looking at the USD CAD. All right, the USD CAD really rallied very nicely the past couple of weeks. I would say from last week to this week, we've gone up almost 200 pips. As you can see here, at 108.37, and we've rallied to 109.50. Major move for the USD CAD. It's pretty much flatlined at this level. It's trading in a range. Looking over the weekly chart, as you can see, we've really rallied tremendously. The dollar got much stronger than the Canadian dollar over the past year, going all the way from 96 all the way up to 112. And now we're just a little bit of a retracement at this level. This big bar actually indicates that it may become turned around, and you might see a little bit of a bull flag forming, and then taking it up and challenging the upper level again. So I definitely think that the USD relative to the CAD is still very strong, and we could see some further upper momentum. Let's see what happens with the Canadian decision today about the PMI number and see how it comes out. Looking at the USD, Japanese yen, also bouncing quite nicely, about 90 pips the past couple of days. So, like I said, if you're trading the range in this thing, you could really be booking some good money. We've made this huge upturn at this level, but looking at a longer time frame, you can see that, look at this. There's no trend here. There's nothing. I would love to see something that goes up like this. But we're not doing that here. Look at what we're doing. We're at this range to this range. We're literally up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. I know I'm just scribbling here, but this is not such an easy trade. This is really just trading the top of the range, the bottom of the range, selling here, buying here, and anticipating some sort of reversal for the trade. So although that there is money to be made in these type of range trading, you really have to pick your spots very carefully. Okay, anywhere between here to here, I would start getting short. Anywhere between here to here, I would start buying. Okay, this could have been a very big spot where somebody could have gotten hurt. I definitely see that, but ostensibly, you have the room where to trade the range here. Okay, definitely on this, on these two levels right here between 101.30 and 102.80. Okay, so definitely some major opportunities to just trading the range. So you don't have to just buy and hold the entire time. Just short the top, buy the bottom range, and you'll make some money. Okay, looking at the GBP Japanese yen, which has rallied even more this past week, 145 pips. Also, okay, if we look at a daily chart, big rally move from the beginning of the year, coming in from last year. Now look, since really the beginning of the year, we've just been trading in this range. We are getting into a tighter range, as you can see the formation up here much clearer, and the lows getting higher. Okay, the lower range is actually consolidating higher on the higher time frame, and then the top one is just pretty much staying flat. At this level, you're right in the middle of the trading range, so I would either wait until we got to the top of the range or the bottom of the range to buy or sell. But major news coming out of the GDP today, I would recommend keeping an eye out on this. All right. Furthermore, let's just see what else is going on. Gold, it got killed. Okay, if you've been trading gold, we pretty much had this huge down move early towards the end of last month, and then just flatlining at this stage, not really trading in much of a range between 1242 to 1247. So it's in the $5 range. It's consolidating at these levels. So let's see. Okay, let's see. What's going to happen further from what we can expect further from this. Already half beaten up commodity. All right. This thing, if you remember, going back as 2008, this was pretty much the crash in 2008, the major part of the crash, and this thing has really rallied over the past 4 years, 5 years. And we had this top at 1800, and now we're somewhere at 1200, 1100. So I mean, historically, this has not been such a wild commodity to trade, as you can tell in the future. In the history here, it didn't really trade, with such big bars. Okay, so it rallied a little bit, but not really major bars. If you look here, the past year, we really, got clobbered with it. And now I think we're just consolidating. We're going to see on the low end, 1190 maybe, or just 1190 or 11. Just this would be the low end of it, and the high end of it would be probably about even less, 1300, just shy of 1300, I would say. So until we see some sort of clarity as to which way this commodity is going to go, I would just put myself on the sidelines for now. The ZAR. Okay, USD ZAR really, gotten even weaker. And I mentioned this a couple of days ago. If we see some sort of consolidation, I would expect it to go even higher. And lo and behold, we are higher. This is the type of chart I love to see, where we have, a rally and then a little bit of retracement, a rally, retracement, rally, retracement, rally, retracement. Ostensibly, we are at the third rally here. Okay, so I would really expect it to consolidate furthermore at these levels before going higher. But as you remember, I did mention that 1030 was a big number for the ZAR, and as such, the fact that it's rallied 0.40 over the past couple of weeks just shows you that there's still momentum, and things in South Africa haven't really returned to themselves with this depreciation of late. So keep it on your radar. I don't anticipate it'll go much higher in the short run, but especially how it's taken such a wild, extreme turn over the past couple of days. Looking at the Dow Jones, like I said, we're just flirting on the highs, not real momentum, no real volume, no conviction in the market to say that we're going to go higher. At one point, I expect this over the summer to take a steep dive and to sell off, but as you can see, nothing really of clarity going up either higher or lower. So, you don't have to concentrate on that just yet. You have other things to concentrate on today, like the USD CAD, the GBP Japanese yen, the USD Japanese yen. This is Razak at CMTrading. I want to wish you guys a good trading day. Thank you.